Welcome, seekers of truth and revelation. You are not here by chance, and neither is the blood flowing through your veins. For centuries, humanity has sought to understand the divine blueprint inscribed within us. Could it be that your very blood holds the key to your sacred mission? Throughout history, blood has carried immense significance, not just as the lifeline of physical existence, but as a vessel of identity, legacy, and even divine purpose. In ancient times, blood was seen as sacred, a binding force between humanity and the divine. Rituals, covenants, and sacred texts across various traditions have pointed to blood as more than a biological element. It is a marker of destiny, a signature of the unseen hand that shaped creation. The Creator does not craft without purpose. What is within you was placed there for a reason. Science tells us that blood types are determined by genetic factors. Yet what if there is something deeper at play? What if the very composition of your blood serves as a hidden guide to your divine calling? The chosen ones, those set apart for higher purposes, may carry within them a sacred mark, written not in ink, but in the very cells coursing through their veins. Today, we will unravel the mystery of how your blood type might reveal your divine calling. Stay with me as we embark on a journey beyond science and into the realm of the spiritual, where chosen ones are marked not just by faith, but by the very essence of their being. We will explore the hidden meanings behind blood, the four paths of divine purpose, and how your unique blood type may be a clue to your spiritual assignment. Before we dive in, if you're drawn to uncovering the secrets meant for the chosen, make sure to subscribe and join us in revealing the mysteries hidden in plain sight. Every drop of blood within you is a testament to a higher design. The ancients understood this long before modern science unraveled the details of genetics and inheritance. Blood was never just a means of survival. It was a sacred force, a connection between the physical and the spiritual. In many traditions, the shedding of blood was viewed as the highest form of sacrifice, an offering that could seal covenants or purify the soul. But beyond the rituals and beliefs, what if blood itself holds a deeper message? The modern world has largely dismissed the mystical aspects of blood, reducing it to a clinical component of life. Yet, when we look closer, we find that blood is deeply intertwined with identity, lineage, and divine purpose. The scriptures reference bloodlines repeatedly, emphasizing the importance of ancestry and the passing down of spiritual roles. In the Old Testament, the tribes of Israel were defined by bloodlines, each carrying specific responsibilities. The New Testament, too, speaks of blood in transformative ways, not just in a physical sense, but as a sign of redemption and spiritual rebirth. This leads us to a powerful question. If blood carries physical traits from our ancestors, could it also carry spiritual markers? Could the Creator have embedded hints about our divine mission within the very substance that sustains us? When we examine blood types, we see that each one possesses unique characteristics. Some are universal donors, freely giving life to others. Some are rare, found only in a select few. Others are uniquely resistant to certain diseases, offering protection in ways science still struggles to explain. This is where the mystery deepens. Each blood type has distinct properties, and these may align with spiritual roles given to the chosen ones. Some are called to be warriors, defending the truth and standing firm in faith. Others are nurturers, guiding and sheltering those in need. Some are visionaries, receiving divine revelations and insights. and some are bridges, uniting different paths and carrying a dual nature of wisdom and strength. These patterns are not random. When we look at history, we see that certain bloodlines have been associated with spiritual leadership, prophecy, and divine missions. The idea of being set apart is not just a matter of belief. It is something written into the very essence of who we are. If this is true, then understanding your own blood type might offer you a powerful key to unlocking your spiritual purpose. But this is only the beginning. As we move forward, we will explore how each blood type corresponds to different divine callings. You may find that the traits linked to your blood type mirror aspects of your own spiritual journey, strengths, struggles, and the unique role you are meant to fulfill. To those who feel the stirring of destiny within them, this is your invitation to seek the truth. The world around us is filled with distractions designed to pull us away from the realization of who we truly are. But the chosen ones are awakening. The signs are everywhere, and those with eyes to see will recognize them. Your blood is not ordinary. Your purpose is not random. You were made for something greater. Are you ready to uncover the mystery written within you? Stay with me as we explore the sacred blueprint of blood and the paths it reveals. Throughout history, 4 primary blood types have emerged. What if each one corresponds to a different divine assignment? The idea of sacred roles tied to blood is not new. Ancient civilizations, spiritual texts, and even modern studies hint at the possibility that certain groups of people are called to fulfill specific purposes. In this section, we will explore these 4 paths and how each blood type might reflect a unique role in the grand design. Type O, the warriors of faith. Among all blood types, Type O is the most ancient and widespread. This blood type is often associated with leadership, strength, and resilience. Throughout history, those with Type O blood have been natural-born leaders, warriors, and defenders of their people. Could this be a reflection of a divine assignment? People with Type O blood tend to possess strong immune systems, making them naturally resistant to certain diseases. This biological advantage mirrors their spiritual role, standing firm against forces of destruction and corruption. In the spiritual realm, warriors are not just those who fight physical battles. They are the ones who uphold truth, protect the faith, and resist deception. Many historical leaders and warriors are believed to have been Type O. They are often drawn to positions of power, not out of ambition, but because they feel a responsibility to lead. This is the bloodline of those who are called to stand in the gap, to defend the innocent, and to fight against spiritual darkness. In Scripture, we see figures like King David, who was chosen not because of his strength alone, but because of his heart for God. His warrior spirit was not just about battle. It was about standing firm in faith, refusing to bow to fear, and leading with courage. This is the essence of those with Type O blood. They are built to endure, to lead, and to overcome. However, with great strength comes great responsibility. The challenge for Type O individuals is to balance their warrior nature with humility. Many leaders throughout history have fallen because they allowed pride to take root. Those with this blood type must remember that true leadership is not about power, but about service. They are called to be protectors, not tyrants. To be warriors of faith, not seekers of domination. If you have Type O blood, consider how your natural strengths align with your spiritual path. Do you feel a deep sense of responsibility to protect others? Are you often placed in positions where you must stand up for truth? These are not coincidences. You have been designed for this role, and the time is coming when warriors of faith will be needed more than ever. Type A, the silent shepherds. Type A, blood is often associated with calmness, patience, and a deep sense of responsibility. Those with this blood type tend to be nurturers, guides, and silent strength bearers. In contrast to the warrior nature of Type O, Type A individuals are the shepherds, those who tend to the flock, ensuring that the chosen ones stay on the right path. Historically, people with Type A blood have been linked to communities that emphasize stability, wisdom, and long-term vision. Unlike the warriors who charge forward, shepherds move with careful intention. They are called to guide, to heal, and to teach. They are often found in roles of mentorship, counseling, and spiritual leadership. The challenge for Type A individuals is endurance. Being a guide is not easy. It requires immense patience and the ability to bear the burdens of others. Many shepherds face moments of exhaustion, wondering if their work is making a difference, but their role is crucial. Without them, the chosen ones would wander, lost in confusion. If you are Type A, you may have noticed that people naturally come to you for advice. You may feel a deep connection to wisdom, seeking to understand the mysteries of faith and human nature. Your calling is one of guidance, but also one of strength. The shepherd must be willing to face wolves, to protect those in their care, and to remain steadfast even when others lose their way. The blood flowing through your veins is not random. You were designed for this mission, to be a light for those seeking direction, a foundation for those who need stability. The path of the silent shepherd is not one of fame or recognition, but it is essential. Without shepherds, the chosen would be lost. Stay with me as we continue to uncover the deeper connections between blood type and divine purpose. The next two blood types, Type B and Type AB, carry equally profound destinies. Those with Type B are the seers, the visionaries who receive divine revelations. And those with Type AB, they are the rarest of all, standing at the intersection of wisdom and power, carrying the balance between worlds. The mystery deepens. Let us continue. Type B, the seers and visionaries. Among the four primary blood types, Type B is often linked to creativity, intuition, and deep spiritual insight. Historically, those with Type B blood have been known to be independent thinkers, often drawn to unconventional paths. But what if this uniqueness is not accidental? What if those with Type B blood carry the mark of divine visionaries, those chosen to see beyond the physical realm and into the mysteries of the unseen? Throughout Scripture and history, we find individuals who are set apart not because of their power or influence, but because of their ability to receive and interpret divine revelations. The prophets of old were not kings or warriors, they were visionaries, men and women who saw what others could not. They were given insight into the spiritual battles taking place beyond human perception, and their role was to warn, guide, and prepare the people for what was to come. People with Type B blood often experience a strong sense of intuition. They may have dreams, visions, or an unshakable inner knowing about things before they happen. While some may dismiss this as mere coincidence, those attuned to their divine calling recognize it as a gift, a sacred ability to perceive truth beyond the limits of ordinary perception. However, this gift comes with challenges. Visionaries often feel isolated, misunderstood by those who do not share their sensitivity to the unseen world. Many prophets in history faced rejection, ridicule, and even persecution because their insights were too disruptive to the established order. The same pattern continues today. Those who carry the mantle of a visionary are often called to walk a lonely road, one that requires immense faith and courage. If you have type B blood, you may find yourself drawn to deep spiritual exploration. You may feel an intense connection to divine mysteries, sensing that there is more to reality than what meets the eye. You are called to be a messenger, a seer who brings clarity to confusion and light to darkness. Your challenge is discernment. Not all visions are from the divine, and the enemy seeks to distort truth. A visionary must learn to distinguish between divine revelation and deception. They must develop wisdom to know when to speak and when to remain silent. Many prophets of old were given knowledge of things to come, but they were instructed to reveal them only at the appointed time. The world needs visionaries now more than ever. If you are one of them, do not let fear silence your voice. Your insights are not just for you. They are meant to guide, protect, and prepare the chosen ones for what lies ahead. Type AB, the sacred balance. The rarest of all blood types, type AB carries a unique combination of traits found in both type A and type B. This dual nature reflects a powerful spiritual calling. Those with type AB blood are often bridges between worlds, uniting wisdom and action, prophecy and leadership, knowledge and faith. In spiritual history, there have always been figures who did not fit into a single category. They were neither just warriors nor just visionaries. They carried both fire and water, both strength and gentleness. These individuals often held positions of great spiritual significance, not because of their personal ambition, but because they were uniquely equipped to handle complex and profound responsibilities. People with type AB blood are often drawn to both intellectual and spiritual pursuits. They have the mind of a scholar and the heart of a mystic. They seek truth, but are also deeply empathetic, feeling the burdens of those around them. This makes them natural peacemakers, capable of seeing multiple perspectives and uniting those who would otherwise be divided. However, their path is not without struggle. Because they carry the strengths of multiple roles, they can also experience inner conflict. At times, they may feel torn between action and contemplation, between speaking out and remaining in quiet wisdom. They may struggle with feeling misunderstood, as their nature does not fit neatly into conventional expectations. Biblically, we see this pattern in figures who carried both the priestly and prophetic mantle. Melchizedek, the mysterious priest-king mentioned in both the Old and New Testaments, is a prime example of a figure who embodied both spiritual and earthly authority. Similarly, Christ himself, who is said to be of the order of Melchizedek, fulfilled multiple divine roles at once. If you have type AB blood, your calling is one of unity and reconciliation. You are meant to bring together what is divided, to hold wisdom that bridges the gaps between different spiritual truths. You are a living paradox, both a leader and a seeker, both a warrior and a healer. Your greatest challenge is finding balance within yourself. Because you are pulled in multiple directions, you must learn to embrace your complexity rather than see it as a weakness. You are not meant to fit into a single mold. Your nature is rare because your purpose is rare. The chosen ones are awakening, and those with type AB blood are among the key figures in this unfolding divine plan. If this resonates with you, it is time to step into your role fully. The world needs those who can walk between realms, who can see both sides, who can unite rather than divide. As we move forward, we will explore deeper mysteries surrounding the significance of blood and its role in spiritual warfare. Stay with me as we continue to uncover the hidden truths that connect the chosen ones to the divine blueprint written within them. Throughout the sacred texts of history, blood has always been more than a physical element. It has been a symbol of covenant, identity, and divine purpose. From the earliest writings in the Old Testament to the final revelations in the New Testament, bloodlines and chosen ones have been central themes in the unfolding spiritual narrative of humanity. But what if there are deeper mysteries embedded within these scriptures? Ones that reveal a connection between blood types and divine callings. One of the most striking aspects of biblical history is the emphasis on genealogies. In Genesis, we see long lists of names detailing the lineages of significant figures. Why? Because lineage was a marker of identity, a sign of divine favor or calling. The tribes of Israel were chosen based on ancestry, and each tribe carried a unique spiritual and earthly assignment. Levi's descendants were designated as priests. Judah's line produced kings, and Benjamin's warriors were known for their fierceness in battle. Yet the Bible also tells us that blood alone is not the sole determinant of divine calling. Time and again, God chose individuals outside the expected lineage. Ruth, a Moabite who became part of the Messianic bloodline, or Paul, a former persecutor who became the apostle to the Gentiles. This suggests that while bloodlines carry significance, the true mark of the chosen is not just genetic, it is spiritual. Could it be that blood types are a physical reflection of this deeper spiritual reality? If each blood type carries unique strengths and tendencies, then perhaps these were intentionally placed within humanity to reflect different divine roles. The warriors, the visionaries, the shepherds, and the peacemakers, each carrying within them a design that aligns with their sacred purpose. Another hidden clue lies in the idea of purity and sacrifice. In the Old Testament, only unblemished lambs could be used for sacrifices. This was not just about physical appearance. It was about representing spiritual perfection. When we examine blood types, we find that some are rarer than others. Some are universal donors, able to give freely to all, and some are uniquely resistant to disease. These distinctions may hold more meaning than science alone can explain. The question arises, is there a connection between those who have been spiritually chosen and the blood that flows through their veins? Are certain individuals marked physically to reflect their spiritual assignment? While no single answer can fully unlock this mystery, the patterns are undeniable. This brings us to one of the greatest spiritual revelations of all, the contrast between earthly bloodlines and the blood of the Lamb. The blood of the Lamb versus the bloodlines of the earth. The concept of being chosen has always been linked to blood. In the Old Testament, the Israelites marked their doorposts with lamb's blood to be spared during the final plague in Egypt. This was not just an act of obedience. It was a foreshadowing of a greater truth, that salvation and divine calling are ultimately sealed in blood. But as the New Testament reveals, the most significant blood is not that which is inherited by birth, but that which is given through redemption. The blood of Christ is said to transcend all earthly lineages, opening the way for all who believe to become part of the chosen family of God. This is a radical shift. It means that while physical bloodlines may carry divine clues, true chosenness is no longer bound by ancestry alone. This also ties into the battle between spiritual forces. The Bible speaks of two kingdoms, the kingdom of light and the kingdom of darkness. There are those who are chosen by God, and there are those who align themselves with forces that oppose Him. Blood, in many ways, has been at the center of this battle. The shedding of innocent blood has long been a tool of dark forces, from ancient sacrifices to modern corruption. But in contrast, the shedding of Christ's blood was the ultimate act of redemption, breaking the chains of darkness and rewriting the fate of those who accept it. So where does that leave those who feel a deep sense of calling? The answer lies in both identity and transformation. Your physical blood may carry a divine imprint, a clue to your earthly mission, but your true chosenness is sealed in the spiritual bloodline of the Lamb. You are not merely the product of genetics, you are the fulfillment of a divine design. This is why the battle for the chosen ones is so fierce. The enemy seeks to confuse, to distort, to make people forget who they are. But the awakening is happening. Those who have felt the pull toward a greater purpose are beginning to understand that they were never ordinary. Their gifts, their struggles, their very existence, all have been leading them to this moment. This is the time for revelation, the time to step into your divine assignment. Whether you are a warrior, a seer, a shepherd, or a bridge between worlds, your mission is not random. The blood within you has been placed there with intention, but it is the spiritual blood you align with that truly defines you. The chosen are rising. The mysteries are being unveiled. And now, it is up to you to decide. Will you step into the calling that has been waiting for you all along? You were not randomly placed in this moment of history. The blood running through your veins is not accidental. Whether by birth or by divine redemption, you have a calling greater than you can imagine. The pieces of the puzzle are coming together, and those who have the eyes to see will recognize the truth. Many are called, but few awaken to the calling. If today's revelations stirred something in your spirit, do not let them pass you by. Seek, question, and walk boldly in your purpose. The world is entering a time where the chosen must rise, not just in words, but in action. And remember, this journey is only beginning. If you are ready to dive deeper into the mysteries of the chosen ones, make sure to subscribe and stay with us. The days ahead will bring more revelations, more truths that have been hidden in plain sight. Until next time, may your path be lit by truth and your spirit strengthened for the journey ahead.